Those online business opportunities being promoted via YouTube ads, are they legitimate? As a digital marketing professional in Singapore, from time to time, my friends would ask me this question: are those online business opportunities legitimate? Today, in this video, I'll be discussing three main types of businesses in Singapore. That is Shopify business, Amazon, as well as email marketing. I'll be discussing about the business model, how it works, and is it legitimate. First business model is the Shopify business. How it works is that first, you go to AliExpress and look for a product to market. After which you buy Facebook ads and market the product to people in the US and you mark up the price. You buy the product from China and you sell to people in the US. It is a drop shipping model. The product goes directly from China to US. You are just a middleman. You don't have to handle product delivery, handling at all. You do just the marketing, and you do that via Facebook ads. You need to buy significant amount of ads on Facebook to do testing. Why testing? First, obviously, you need to test different products to find the right product. On top of that, there are two other variables, which are target audience and message. If all three of them are right, which means you have the right product, right target audience, and the right message, you basically hit home run and you start making money. The thing is, the tricky part is that there's a lot of combination to test with these three variables. Take for example the target audience. Since you're targeting people in US for this business model, you will be targeting probably people in LA, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, and all these other US states, and you don't know which one exactly is the right target audience for you. So you have to test them out. On top of that, there's also demographics and interest targeting. Are you going to target moms, teenagers, homeowners, adventure seekers? So there's a lot of options to choose from, and that's where the testing cost can really chalk up. And Facebook charges you by cost per 1,000 impression, CPM. So each time a person view your ad is considered one impression. 1,000 impression is 1,000 people viewing your ads. Facebook charges anywhere between $10 to $30 CPM depending on your ads and your market. And you need to have enough impressions for you to conclude whether this market is working or not. So let's say in order to conclude, you at least spend $300 in each market. So we are talking about like $300 in LA, $300 in New York to reach at least 10,000 impressions to decide whether it is a good enough market for you. Then you basically do trial and error. You strike off, and then find the market that works. So we are talking about 300, 300, 300, so it can add up. So these are the costs you have to consider. Not to mention that when you use Shopify, it's a subscription model. You have to pay them $30 to $100+ USD to build your e-commerce website on this platform, Shopify. So all these are the various costs. So you definitely need capital to run a business. This brings me to the next business model, which is the Amazon business. The good thing about Amazon business is that you don't have to buy ads on Facebook and chalk out a lot of advertising costs, neither do you have to build your own e-commerce website. You basically get a product and you list it on Amazon. Let's say we are talking about this thermal flask. So you list this product on Amazon. Let's say people search for the keyword thermal flask and then they find you organically. They happen to click on your product listing and then they buy from you. That's where you get a purchase. Obviously, there are pros and cons to every business model out there. In the case of Amazon, the tricky part is that you have to manufacture these water bottles. You have to be a product owner and not just a middleman, which means you go to a website like Alibaba, you find a Chinese manufacturer, you negotiate a deal with them to manufacture these water bottles, and there's always a MOQ, a minimum order quantity, because they are manufacturing these products. Obviously, there has to be a minimum quantity for them to justify the manufacturing. So we are talking like, let's say you have to manufacture 1,000 or 2,000 of these thermal flasks before they agree to manufacturing it. So you have to set aside that amount of money to manufacture these products. And then the good thing is that Amazon will handle shipping, handling, inventory management. Amazon have this program called FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon, which means they take care of everything for you. You don't even have to touch the product. The products go from China directly to US in Amazon warehouse, and everything just gets taken care of. Logistically, delivery is all done by Amazon. So your key role again is in marketing. So the key thing in this case is to really understand and learn Amazon's game, Amazon's algorithm. Know how to rank your product high in Amazon so that they promote your product organically, and know how to get a lot of reviews for your product so that they will rank you high. and of course knowing what product to pick in the first place, because this is not the drop shipping model. This is a model whereby you are the product owner and there's some amount of money needed to manufacture those products, so you better need to get the product right. So the two earlier business models based on e-commerce are actually targeting the US markets, but in Singapore it actually pretty much works the same way. We don't really use Amazon, but we use Lazada, Qoo10, Shopee as the main shopping platforms. So if you run a business with a product, you can list your products on these platforms. And the rule of the game is the same. You list your products up there, then the platforms may promote your product organically. Of course, the downside is that you are kind of at the mercy of these platforms, which means they can decide to raise their fees or they decide not to promote you, and you can't really say anything about that. Which is why some business owners in Singapore also decide to run their own Facebook ads so that they have more control over their income, because if those Facebook ads start working, they can really tune it up and then get more purchasers from there. And of course, they don't have to pay any commission to those platforms. The third and final business model we are discussing in this video would be email marketing. So how it works is that you build up a list of people, of emails, which is your database. And once you have this database, you will promote products to them and earn affiliate commission from there. Typically, you'll be promoting info products, things like ebooks, video courses, and once again, you'll be targeting the US market because US market is huge and people are more willing to buy info products as compared to Asian markets. And how you build up this list of emails or this database is firstly by buying them at the start, and next by doing cross promotion with other people's lists. Because there's a lot of marketers also doing email marketing, you can do what they call ad swap, which is cross promotion and growing each other's list. This way you grow your list bigger and bigger over time. And in terms of the products, you also don't have to come up with your own products, which takes a lot of time. You basically just go to this place called ClickBank. They have probably millions of products there, mostly info products. You have things under every category that you can think of, like relationship, self-improvement, business. So you choose one of the info products there. The commission is usually very high, like 40 to 50% of the sale, because you don't really need cost to sell an info product. So you can get pretty high cut from there. This is also known as affiliate marketing because you're promoting other people's product to your own list. This also happens in Singapore, like all other business models. For example, if you go to a website like MoneySmart and you read their articles, you happen to sign up for a credit card with them, then they will take a cut, a commission from the banks for promoting the credit cards to you. Or you go to a website like Foodline and you order catering from there, they also take something like 10-20% cut from the vendors. So these are forms of affiliate marketing in Singapore. So it comes back to the original question, are these business legitimate? And yes, the answer is that the business models are very sound, and many established businesses like MoneySmart are also based on these business models. There are three considerations that you have to bear in mind, or rather three lessons you can take away from this analysis. So firstly, the common denominator behind all these various business models is that you have to know marketing, because you don't have to source your own products, or rather you don't have to manufacture your own products. Most of the time, what your key role is essentially marketing. So things like differentiating your product, writing the right message, or even choosing the right target audience or product is all about marketing, understanding your target audience. Second, if you run a local business in Singapore or you're helping a local business in Singapore, there's a lot you can reference from the online businesses and you can take away and apply to your own business. For example, running Facebook ads, doing email marketing, or setting up an affiliate program for your business whereby people can refer business to you. These are all very viable ways to grow your business. So I would say there's a lot to take away from the online business models. And thirdly, as you have noticed by now, there are pros and cons to every business model. There's no perfect business model out there because the market is efficient. Anytime there is a market gap, everyone will go in it and then competition will swell out and then there's no more market gap anymore. So when you decide which business model to pursue, besides the market opportunity and obviously the payout, you have to consider your own values, passion, talent before you decide whether to pursue this business model. If it can fulfill your talents, passion, you're most likely to succeed in it. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell. This way, when we release new videos, you'll be the first to be notified. See you!